where bad ideas get pulverized and the truth will set you free. Trentovision is hosted by Tom Trento, an activist street fighter with earned degrees in law enforcement, theology, and philosophy. Listen and watch every weekday at 2 p.m. on AM 1470 WNN and TrentoVision.com. Now, let's take a peek at Tom's view of the world. Here's Tom Trento.
Okay, woo, I'm in a new captain's chair here in WNN 1470 Boca Raton, Florida, and I'm hearing my voice in some sort of reverberation in my new seat here, So we're getting that sorted out. Hi, everybody in the television land and you in the radio listening world from Miami to Fort Pierce. Yes, if you're a dedicated fan, like the millions of you out there, you go, he looks different today. Let me see what the shot looks like. Oh, let me get on the Trentovision thing. We're trying something a little different. I'm sitting on the other side of the studio. It's sort of a feng shui thing we have going on here.
That's what you want to call it.
Yeah, we'll call it that, feng shui. Because the world needs something, and if feng shui can help, we're players. We got some crazy stuff going on. So I'm still sitting on wires, and plus we had the fabulous Lisa Macy in here. Usually Lisa's broadcasting from her yacht in the middle of the ocean. I hear the thing going like crazy, the Skype deal, and I'm getting reverberations, gentlemen. Okay, looks like our new positioning in feng shui is not happening well on the audio side. But in any event, we have a jam-packed show for everybody. Am I the only one hearing all this static? Yeah, I'm getting it. There we go. Oh, I was starting to get used to that.
It's coming in the 360 line.
Okay, well, we can't have that.
Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Anyway, we got all that sorted out. As I said, if you're following the show Trentovision, every day 2 to 3 East Coast time, and on the radio, our 50,000 horsepower, 50,000 watt WNN 1470 station, Boca Raton. You know that we are broadcasting live on the internet, an internet television program in a radio studio. So, and that I've been sick for a few days. So we're rewiring and duct taping and moving things around and trying to find the sweet spot, the perfect spot for how to make all of this work. We're getting close, and we're doing it on a shoestring budget. For those of you out there who are listening with your checkbooks open, yes, you can donate to help keep us on the air. Yes, you can. We appreciate that. But much to do today, and I want to start out, as you know, this week is dedicated primarily to a detailed explanation of this this amorphous group that's kind of out there that even the common man is hearing about right now, and they're popping up all over the place, called the Muslim Brotherhood. And this week we're going to lay out an analysis of the Brotherhood, who they are, what they're all about, why they're coming to New York and Washington, D.C. next week, and why we plan to meet Egyptian President Mohamed Morsi next week at the United Nations. Mohamed, we're coming to talk to you. You're going to hold the microphone up. We got some questions we need answered. Then we're going to go try to visit Mohamed Morsi and President Obama as they have a little love fest, little beer drinking party, even though Muslims don't drink beer. But President Obama does. How's that work? I don't know. So that's where we're going to be next week. We'll be broadcasting the show live from New York and Washington, D.C., bringing you guys cutting-edge information. But today we have two special guests. One, I'll tell you, we're bringing him on a little bit. He works with a law firm, the Thomas More Law Center, out of Michigan. And they just announced that they are representing one of America's true heroes, a lieutenant colonel from the United States Army, Matthew Dooley, and in a bizarre situation where this government has essentially turned against a warrior that dedicated his life for protecting and serving this country. We're going to tell you that story in a few minutes. We'll bring Tom on, Tom Lynch from the Thomas More Center, and Tom Trento will interview Tom from Tom. Too many Toms going on here. We'll do that in a few minutes, about quarter past the hour. So call your friends, tell them to watch Trento Vision, www.trentovision.tv. Commercial free, folks. And we also want you to be listening to Lisa Macy. She's on Tuesdays and Saturdays, just before us, 1 to 2. And, of course, you got to listen to our very good friends, Brian and Steve, the Steve Kane Show, 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock every morning. Listen to those guys. I'm on there quite a bit, by the way. I'm their national security guy, go-to guy. So that's the wrap-up here at WNN 1490. I just want to lay out a little groundwork on the Brotherhood and what's been going on. Our second guest, by the way, is associated with that very controversial film or video, The Innocence of Muslims, which is driving the Muslims nuts. I mean, they're killing each other, they're killing people, they're killing everybody. And many of these people are blaming this ridiculous film. Well, our second guest today, Skyped in, has a kind of a different view on things. So we'll let you hear from Jim Horn a little while later, about 30 past the hour. But right now, I got to tell you what just came out about 2 hours ago. We got a press release, yeah. Yeah, you hear the echo? Yeah. Okay, I got to tell you about this press release that just came out 2 hours ago. That's good. That works. From the country of Egypt, which is the birthplace of the Muslim Brotherhood, which is the residence of Mohammed Morsi, who's the president of Egypt, who is coming here next week to go to the General Assembly at the United Nations. That's when all the people in the world that hate us come to New York, in our country, enjoy our food. That's Mark passing by the camera like that. If you see some big thing going by. The studio's not that large where we can walk around the camera.
Oh, sorry.
So let's see. But this is very serious, this press release that just came out from Egypt, from the general prosecutor, one of the key legal representatives of the state of Israel. Here's what he just did. He issued, get this straight, everybody, listening at home and watching on your computers, the Egypt's general prosecutor issued an order, referred 7 expatriate Coptic Christians, C-O-P-T, Coptic. It's a type of Christian denomination that's very old, back to the time of Christ, and they have maintained a presence in Egypt for all these years, over 2,000 years. Actually, it's about 10% of Egypt is Coptic. Well, the Egyptian general prosecutor referred 7 expatriates, 7 Coptic Christians from Egypt that moved out of the country. They live here, I guess, in the United States. And a U.S. pastor, guess who that is, everybody, to trial for what they're calling this anti-Islamic film, Innocence of Muslims. Now, Egypt's general, I'm reading from not some blog, I'm reading from the Washington Post. So theoretically, they get their facts straight. Need to be checked. But here we go. Egypt's general prosecutor issued arrest warrants Tuesday for 7 Egyptian Coptic Christians and a Florida-based American pastor, that's Terry Jones, Gainesville, 4 or 5 hours from here, and referred them to trial on charges linked to an anti-Islam film that has sparked riots across the Muslim world. The prosecutor's office said all of the Christian Coptics were involved with this movie, and the pastor, Pastor Terry Jones, agreed to promote the video. Therefore, they have insulted the prophet, violated Sharia, Islamic Sharia law, Egyptian law. Therefore, they must go to trial. And he said, yes, a possible